Hey guys, Shawn Ray here for Generation Iron, and we're halfway to the 2018 Mr. Olympia Championships, taking place the second week of September at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. The guys are qualified this weekend coming up in June 2nd. Another pro qualifier will be taking place out of Toronto. We still got numerous shows where athletes can find their way to the Olympia stage by way of qualification, but the main headliners have already made their statement and are already qualified. Of course, Dexter the Blade Jackson has a lifetime invitation because he won the Mr. Olympia back in 2008 when he beat Jay Cutler. Of course, Phil Heath going for record-tying number 8. He's already got 7 in the can, tied with Arnold Schwarzenegger, ahead of Dorian Yates. Now he wants to join the elite, which would be Lee Haney and Ronnie Coleman, the two of the best that ever did it. Should Phil Heath become victorious, he will be headed for his 8th consecutive Mr. Olympia title, but it's not going to come without a challenge. A year ago, Big Ramy, by way of Kuwait, originally from Egypt, Big Ramy served notice by taking a first runner-up for the very first time, and of course, this is an Arnold Classic champion from out in Spain. He won over there. He's won in New York. He's won in Kuwait. Big Ramy is now finding his stride, serving his notice, and he's not going to lay down without a fight. We can't rule out Shawn Ray and Flexitron. Shawn was a little bit off a year ago, but this is a guy that was a first runner-up at one time. And he's beaten everyone in the lineup with the exception of Phil Heath. We can't discount this Arnold Classic European champion as one of the threats to the throne as well. Now, he had hernia surgery in the offseason. He missed this year's Arnold Classic, but he says he's at full tilt. He's working 100%, and he will be ready for whatever, and he's looking forward to the challenge. One guy that's got his gas tank very full by way of Belgium is William Bonac. William Bonac is a little pocket rocket, a giant killer per se, because this is a guy that was the Arnold Classic champion this year in 2018 out in Ohio, joining an elite lineup of guys that have won that show: Flex Wheeler, Kevin Avroni, Nasser El Samadi, Vince Taylor, Brand Schmorn, Kai Green. Now you add William Bonac's name to that list, and you cannot overlook the fact that he will be on that stage. He will make you take notice, as he did a year ago. So William Bonac with big plans, big things in mind come September. Another guy that we cannot miss, and that's Big Roelly Winkler. Roelly Winkler arrived at the Arnold Classic in Australia this year. Served notice a year ago. He was holding a little bit of water, which is his nemesis. He's bringing down the waist. He's controlling it in between poses a little bit better. He's getting his thigh separation a little bit better. A continued work in progress. He's working with so much mass that if Roelly Winkler's not 100%, he will do himself more damage than good. But if he shows up ripped and ready to go, and right now his gas tank is full, Roelly Winkler's a guy that can take out some of these athletes in the competition the way he did with Dexter the Blade Jackson, who's the winningest bodybuilder of all time. Roelly Winkler served him up out there in Australia, so we cannot miss the fact that Roelly Winkler is a legitimate threat. Phil Heath had double hernia surgery following last year's Mr. Olympia, showed up at the Mr. Olympia in subpar condition, especially on Friday night. The verdict was still out whether he would win that show. But when he turned around to the back, his maturity showed. He was aggressive, he fought to the finish, and of course, Big Ramy has got a little bit more work to do in the back, and that's where Phil's veteran stage experience helped him overcome the slight stomach distension and the issues that he was having holding it in while he was posing. I don't believe that Phil Heath will show up and let that happen again. He wants to slam the door on the competition. So if you're a betting man, you gotta stay with Phil Heath. But I gotta tell you, I'm not a gambler, and Las Vegas is the place where all the chips will be on the table and all the dice will be rolled, and hopefully we will have a battle royale come this September, and everyone will be in their best. I can guarantee you one thing, that Generation Iron will be in the house with contest results, play-by-play action, and photos and video following that competition to bring it to you right here at GenerationIron.com.